Okay, so the opening talk, okay, or this classroom session, really this is parents are involved in this as well. At the end of this, any questions you want to ask about this is just my thought process on the recruiting process. Coach Phil Wilson is here as well with Peer Sports. He has a lot of experience in this as well. But the first thing first, I'm talking about the quarterback position, okay? It comes down to, all right, now the season is over, how do I get myself recruited? What do I got to do to get in a position where I can receive those offers, where I can get myself on the list to where these colleges want to come see me at my school, recruit me, and potentially offer me? All right. So the first thing, there's two things that need to happen. Okay, for you guys that are in high school, either you go to a camp to try to gain some attention so that somebody comes and sees your film, or if you're an older quarterback, you have film and you go to a camp and they need to confirm what they see on tape. Does that make sense to everybody? First and foremost, the recruiting process is about you as an individual and what your film says, point blank period. All of us can tell you the eye in the sky does not lie. How you perform in games as you get older on the varsity level is what matters most. So now let's say I'm a young quarterback. Okay, now I'm 8th through 9th grade, I have never played a varsity snap. That does not matter. You can still help yourself, you can still start that recruiting process because now you fall into the category of, I need to go to camps and perform to catch someone's eye so now they track what I do next. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right, let me backtrack a little bit and understand this, that every single person recruiting process, their journey is different. The worst thing you can do is get into your situation and look to the guy on the left, look to the guy on the right, and compare your recruiting to his. Every situation is different, all right? So going back to that, all right? So if you either fall in the category, if you've never played varsity, go to these camps. Go to as many camps as you can to try to get yourself exposure. Now let me break down the camp landscape as I see it. I think they fall into 3 types of camps. The first one is skill development, what you're here right now. Go in places, whether it's a trainer, whether it's a camps where you are doing things to get you individually better. Because that's the one thing you can control is how much better can you get, all right? The next camp is an exposure camp. How many guys are familiar with exposure camps? So that is your rivals. That is anybody with the camera, a website, whatever, to get your name on a list. This recruiting process is all about finding ways to get yourself on a short list. Every college and university sits in a room and they pick and watch film off of lists, all right? So you have the process is all about getting yourself onto someone's list so colleges can pick from that. Colleges spend thousands, millions of dollars a year buying people who provide these lists. And my belief in it is go to as many as you can. As long as it fits your financial means, as long as you have the time, it will never hurt you getting in front of somebody because you never know what eye can see you doing whatever. All right, as you go into this coaching business, you're also, from a coaches, this business and industry is really small. It may be the smallest showcase camp, but a brother, cousin, uncle is coaching in the college. You just never know how word spreads. So you get yourself as good as you can, and now the rivals, the Adidas, the 24/7, I don't want to leave anybody out, but there's all these publications doing things that are making databases that colleges choose from. And then finally, it's the college camp. All right, so once I get my skill developed, once I got my daily plan or weekly plan, whatever you and your parents do to get yourself as good as you need to be, now I want to go showcase my talents to get exposure, to get them so they can spread it to the masses. And then now I go to a camp and now what can I do to impress these coaches on an actual campus? Everybody say short list. Everybody say short list. I can't stress enough getting yourself on a short list. People don't like to hear this. This is not the most popular thing to say, but the most important thing I think in the recruiting process, and this probably goes to life as well, is awareness of self. All right? I'm not going to say, everybody cannot play Division I football. It is really hard to play Division I football. It is. Not saying it's not possible, but it's really hard. It's really hard to go to college anywhere. There has to be a self-awareness. Now, once you have that self-awareness of where you are right now, it's up to you to make yourself as good as you can be. And so as you're choosing camps to go to, I will never tell a kid not to go to a camp that's too big. I will never tell you not to go to the major division with the SEC schools. I will never tell you not to go to those. Go. But I'm also going to tell you go to the small ones as well. And as you start going to these camps, you'll figure out where you fall from the attention and response that you get. Does that make sense? So go to the SEC camp. Go to Division III. Go to as many places as you can, because it's all about getting on short lists. I think a lot of times, especially kids here in Texas, we only go to the SEC Big 12 school camp. That's it. And if that school doesn't like me, there's no place to play. You may be 25th on a big school list, maybe 1 on a smaller school list. You're trying to get on somebody's short list and generate interest. Does that make sense, everybody?